Hello folks, it's Paul Crit-opher here. You may know me from your lives, or you may not. Such is the magic of the internet. Another lockdown, fun. So whilst my missus, me old Mrs. Lillian, not actually that old, she'll probably kill me for implying that she was, she's upstairs doing the old working from home. I can't really do that because I'm an actor. So what am I going to do? I'm going to vlog. Yeah, that's right. It was actually the suggestion of her upstairs. But what am I going to vlog about? And will the world care one iota for the thoughts of a white dude in his early middle age? They might do, because of that, right there. It's a little squishy-faced cat. He might appear in these videos. Ooh, exciting. I'm pretty much all set, I think. I've got my ring light, as beloved of the majority of YouTubers out there, just like me. I've got a kind of whimsical t-shirt there. It's, that classic tsunami, only with ramen. Fantastic. I've got some media behind me that implies I enjoy things. So, better talk about some of it. Hot take number 1. I've put on too much weight over the pandemic, so I've increased the angle of the camera. Jowls no more. It seems to me that I should probably vlog about things that I do on a day-to-day basis. With that in mind, what I do mostly is play video games. So, I'll have a little chat about the game I'm playing at the moment. The name of the game, Spiritfarer. Okay, hot take 2. Have you noticed in media, things like films, television and stuff, when there's an actor who's supposed to be playing a video game, but they're clearly not an actual gamer, you'll see them playing like this. Kind of ducking around a little bit, their fingers really frantically going, just hammering away. Although that would actually be a really shoddy technique for anything other than like Tekken more. Pretty hot, that take, as takes go. So then, a little bit about Spiritfarer. I'm currently playing it on the PS4, though it's also available on Xbox, Steam and Nintendo Switch. It's a lovely little indie game, charming little thing. It's essentially a 2D side-scrolling platform / resource management game. Sounds dull as hell, I know, but there's more to it. And I'll explain. Oh shit. The moneymaker. Now, in Spiritfarer, you play as a young woman by the name of Stella. This is no spoiler. At the beginning of the game, she dead. That's right, brown bread, she's toast. And she's introduced to Charon, the mythical ferryman of the dead. Now he's retiring, and he's putting her in charge. So Stella is going to be the new Spiritfarer, which basically means that she will need to collect lost spirits from all over Limbo. It has just occurred to me, it's going to be really difficult to explain what Spiritfarer is like without using the word charming until its meaning has become totally redundant, because this game is charming AF. It's all presented in a glorious two-dimensional anime style, so everything looks beautiful. There's a kind of watercolour pastel quality to the backgrounds when you stop off at little islands on your voyage. Possibly the most charming thing about it is when you find these lost spirits and bring them to your boat, they transform into their true form, which is in the form of a little cute little animal. Adorable little things. They are beautifully presented. There's been so far a deer lady. My uncle in the game is this frog. Lovely cuddly blue frog. All of the dialogue in the game is played out through text windows. So there's a lot of reading involved, but accompanied in a kind of old school Nintendo style with little vocalization. So the snake lady's like, Oh, there's this little old hedgehog woman as well, and she's like, it is so adorable. So most of the time in Spiritfarer will be spent on your boat looking after your animal friends. You build them houses, you upgrade those houses, you also build things like kitchens, foundries, orchards, fields, windmills, everything to make their life a little bit better whilst they're in your care. So far, so charming, again, and family friendly. But there's an undercurrent going through the game. You are the ferryman of the dead. And this means that all of these adorable animals who you have in your care will at some point need to go to the Ever Door, which is essentially where they pass over to whatever happens next. The goal is really to make these animals come to term with their time that they had on Earth, and find some resolution that makes them happy to move on. And this is the really heartbreaking aspect of this game. Now, Lillian, her upstairs, she mocks me relentlessly. I'm a crier. I am a crier. I cry at everything. I cry at films, TV, and when we're watching something on the sofa, I'll just see her there and I'll just feel her head beginning to turn, and I'll try and put my arms up there so she can't see it. There's a single tear trickling down my face, but I'm a crier. And she'll hate me for this. I have shed a tear at this game. A couple of times, to be honest, because you form a bond with these characters, with these animals. Through the dialogue, they talk about things that happened in their life, dealing with depression, dealing with some really adult themes. Now, I recently referred to the old hedgehog lady in the game, and there is a really touching subplot with her. She clearly misses her husband dearly, and there's an area of the map which is full of icebergs and cold and a general Nordic theme, and she asks if you could take her there because they would remind her of her Nordic romance novels she used to like so much. And so you take her there and you go around this little thing, and she has reminiscences about the wonderful stories that she read in her youth. And then there's a moment where she just stops and kind of pauses and forgets, and then just doesn't know who you are anymore and doesn't know where she is. And from that point onwards, you realise that she's suffering from dementia, and then you have to physically help her around the boat, and you have to help her into her little house. And she then just suddenly stops and says, "Has anyone ever told you you're smothering? You're really smothering. I need some time by myself." And just that rejection, and then the forgetfulness, and then she keeps asking for Eugene, who is her dead husband. And then when it comes to take her to the Everdoor, to the next life, she won't go unless you change your costume in the game to match that her daughter wore on a day at the beach when they were all still alive and all still happy. And she calls you Annie throughout the entire boat ride to the Everdoor. And then she departs. And just that melancholy, that authentic humanity that this game manages to level through cartoon visuals and simple dialogue just really got me. Dumpling too, you can see. There he goes. And it's these kind of interactions that really shape your time with the game, and also shape the way that you end up playing it. A really good case in point, I again referred to earlier about your uncle in the game, who is this big blue frog. Now, he is a joy. He is the second character that you're introduced to, and so I'm assuming that he must therefore be one of the first characters who you're going to ultimately say goodbye to. The thing is, I haven't done that yet. There have been missions available for him as a character. Like, he's been wanting a bucket of fried chicken for ages, because he a greedy frog. But I just can't bring myself to do it, because I know that the quicker I get through these missions, the quicker there's going to be an absolutely heartbreaking moment when the character has to say goodbye to her uncle, and he'll be gone forever. And I just think it's remarkable that a game that is so simple to look at can really affect me in such a profound way. Now, it is not going to be for everyone. I know this for a fact, because Lillian upstairs, my fiancée, finds it incredibly boring to watch. Hot take number 3! And also a little bit of a disclaimer. Lillian, or upstairs, very patient with my video game habit. If anything, she could be described as a little bit of an enabler. She is 100... She is coming. She's coming downstairs. Quick, hide. Hide. So, to sum up Spiritfarer, available on all platforms, I would say it is a slow-paced, beautifully soundtracked, melancholy glide through end-of-life affairs. I think I've still got quite a way to go left in the game. I've got numerous animal buddies who I've still yet to give the old... and I'm thoroughly enjoying most of the time I spend in the game. It's glorious. Give it a go. Give it a go. What have you got to lose? If you don't enjoy it, it just means that you're a cold, heartless husk of a human being. Well, I think that's my first vlog done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, I hope you managed to sit through it without fidgeting up until this point. Now, I may make some more of these, or I may not. I am, after all, an incredibly lazy person. The cat's buggered off. Hope you have a nice evening. Farewell.